G'day guys, Rob here from Hunt Oz, and thank you for joining me for part 3 of 3 of our ThermTec launch videos. This is the one that I can tell you now, I think I hounded, and when I say hounded, I was like a dog after a bone to ThermTec to get my hands on these. I have spoken to numerous people in the industry, in the know, in this field, and they all said the same thing. These things are going to change the way these multi-spectrum binos work. Now, not to say I didn't trust them, but I am very much, I'd like to see it for myself. So after numerous requests, maybe a little bit of begging and groveling, and a few favors pulled, thank you to those that assisted, I did manage to get myself a set of these ThermTec Ventus binos, being the 650L. From the moment I turned them on, I think the equivalent was, for anyone out there that's ever put on a VR headset, that's the kind of experience you're having. I was always a monocular is perfect sort of guy. Need a monocular too, but this is different. I can tell you now, from the first time I put these to my eyes, everything changed. The experience from day to night to thermal and everything in between was just beyond satisfying. It was mind-boggling, and I can't find enough good words to describe really what my experience was, and has been every time I've managed to pick these up. I've been out on numerous occasions with it since I've received them. I never like to give reviews until I've actually really thoroughly tested and put things through their paces. You would have noticed, for those that follow me, the post went out there that I got these a while ago, and there's a reason why there was a gap between that post and this video, because I'm not going to just sit here telling you something's good unless I know it for myself. But in this case, this ain't good. This is awesome. So much so that a few of my friends that have been lucky enough to come on a few excursions, for lack of better terminology, with me, or hunts if you will, were lucky enough to pop these up to their eyes. And I won't say the words that were a common denominator, in case you're watching this video with your kids around or on loud volume, but they're, let's say 4 letters. There was a K and an F and a few in between, maybe not in that particular order, but they were the sort of general responses I got from people when they looked through them, whether that be daytime, nighttime, or thermal. All delivered, unbelievable, and just sheerly phenomenal. They've changed the expectations from me of what I'm looking for in these sort of products, whether that be the highly sensitive thermal core, whether that be the 4K UHD digital daytime, nighttime sensor, whether that be the built-in rangefinder. They're engineered for long-range scouting, observation, and to be totally honest with you, this is the sort of thing that search and rescue, if heaven forbid I ever went hunting deep, as Eddie Murphy said, deep undercover, and got lost, heaven forbid. If there was a search party out looking for me, I would not want one of them with these around their neck. I would want every single one of them with a set of Ventus around their neck. And the reason is very simple. They will find things that others can't find. The clarity, the image quality, again, I run out of superlatives for it, but, well, at the end of the day, deserves every positive that it gets, because, like I say, these things are next level. Without getting too caught up in how excited I am about this product, let's go back to the reality of what we're here to do. Video 3, no different from videos 2 and 1. All the ThermTec launch party, as I like to call it, that's come to the table, whether it's the Cyclone, whether it's the new Wild 650L Pro, they've just moved the benchmark. They've taken it to the next level. And again, ThermTec, take my hat off to you guys. Very impressive. Everyone from designers to engineers to whoever's looking through microscopes, working out what's next and how we're going to fit it in there. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. And as end users, I think we're going to be very happy with what we're going to get to use, as I have. Let's get down to some facts and figures. Let's just keep it moving a little bit. Let's start with thermal. Thermal side of things, 640, 512. That's where we're at. I mean, that's consumer level. That's well and truly up there. 12 micrometers in the pixel pitch. Thermal sensitivity, or NETD, less than 15 millikelvin. And you'll see that in the picture quality in videos to come that I'll start posting now that I'm giving you this review. 50 mil, plenty of space there to get in all the stuff you need and none of the things you don't. Your aperture is a f1.0. Optical magnification goes from 3.7 out to 14.8 with a detection range of up to 2.6 thousand meters for a human-sized target. Obviously, a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, but that said and done, if you were using these in a search and rescue situation and it was a human that was missing, I think this is what we're talking about here. Field of view, again, with the 50 mil range, you'll find that it's pretty much across the board, especially in ThermTec. It's 15.4 to 100 meters. It gets bigger the further you are, and your frame rate, 50 hertz, eliminating ghosting, lag, and all the things you don't want to have when using thermal. So A1 in every sense there. Let's go optical. I call it optical, day-night mode, whatever you want to call it, your vision module. Sensor type is a 12 megapixel Ultra HD CMOS sensor. Resolution of 3536 by 3536 pixels. Ridiculous. Awesome. Again, 50 mil. Aperture, f2.2. Magnification of 4 to 16. Now, your infrared when using in night mode. A lot of times with these sort of units, you are limited to having to make a decision. Do you buy the 850 module or do you go the 940 for a little bit more covert, less conspicuous, less red glow when it comes to the IR torch itself? Which, let me just uncover that for you. As you can see, it's quite an adequate size torch right about there. Now, the good news is with these ones, you don't have to choose because literally with the flick of a switch, you've got 840, 850 I should say, 940, 850, 940. So if you are working at a bit longer range, obviously you're going to go with the 850, and then as you close the gap, you get a bit closer and you don't necessarily want to give away your position with a bright red glow of that 850 IR wavelength. Flick of the switch, takes you over to 940, a little bit more covert, a bit of a dull glow, but still plenty of light when you're looking through the system in the night vision module. That said, approximately 400 meters coverage on the 850 and up to about 350 thereabouts with the 940. So very adequate for after dark, being able to really utilize the system in that sense. We'll talk about displays and sort of electronic side of things now, I guess. So where you're going to put your eyes, you're looking at that 1/2-inch AMOLED setup there, which again, in the 650L Pro, next level, amazing. Display resolution of 1600 by 1200, which is streets above what the averages are running. Media recording, which, let's be honest, when you've got something this good and this powerful, you're going to want to show your friends. You've got your built-in camera, you've got your built-in video, and obviously audio recording as well. So your entirety of your hunt can be documented. Save it, show your friends, make them jealous. They'll probably buy a set themselves as well. And you can save all that to a very generous 640 gigabyte online onboard storage, I should say. So again, very, very good in that sense of things. Your wireless connectivity, you've got your integrated Wi-Fi hotspot. So again, your mobile app, transferring your data, whether it be photos, videos, forwards, backwards, firmware updates, all goes back to the ThermTec app. And you've also got the navigation sensor. So you've got a built-in digital magnetic compass, and you've got your azimuth tracking as well. So, I mean, I don't know where they put it all, but it's there. Your rangefinder, right there. You're looking at your wavelength of 905. It's class 1 eye safe. So from that point of view, very good in that sense. No sort of risks, made in a way that's user-friendly. Your maximum measuring range when it comes to the LRF is 1,000 meters, and that's accurate within 1 meter. Now, if you need more accurate than that, you're a better man or woman than me, or anything else for that matter as well. But hey, if you need better than that, whatever, work it out for yourself. Again, that's just sort of really ticks all the boxes for the top shelf. If you really want to go through the moon, that's up to you, work it out. But again, like I say, that's super accurate. If you need something extra long range, if you need a rangefinder that does 2,000 to 3,000 meters, hey, there's products out on the market that'll do specifically that. But You can't expect something of this size with so much going on to compete with an individual standalone unit that can do those sort of things. And they are quite bulky, almost as big as that, just to be rangefinders. This thing does it all. So again, it's up to you what you want to get out of particular products, but for an all-rounder, you're not going to get better. Physical specs, power source, 2 replaceable 18650 batteries, very easily saved in here, literally keeps your unit nice and secure. 2 18650s, drop in there, nice and secure, push the button down. That'll give you a runtime with everything that this does and brings to the table of up to 6 hours still. And I'm talking running everything, up to 6 hours continuous use. That said, people that know me, I carry silly amounts of batteries with me. I carry backup power packs and the rest of it. So from that point of view, I can tell you now, it depends how long you want to stay out there. Just be prepared. The unit's going to do its job. You just make sure you got the batteries to run it. But again, very, very generous, up to 6 hours with just the 2 batteries for what this can do. From that point of view, like I say, you've got the operation temperatures, same as all the others, -20 out to 50 degrees. Australian situation, you're covered. The units will do it. And beyond that as well, your IP67 rating, the way everything's secured. Dust-proof, waterproof. Try not to drop them in the swimming pool, guys. Please don't test it in that sense. I mean, if it gets water on, a bit of rain, or even sort of maybe accidentally hits the grass or a puddle or whatever, no problems at all. Don't go pushing the boundaries. It's not a smart move. That said and done. The units themselves, I can't recommend them highly enough. Words can't do it justice. Don't take my word for it. Go see it for yourself. Pop into your local Spiker distributor, being Spiker is the distributor here in Australia of ThermTec. Any Spiker distributor, pop in the store, pop online. If you pop in the store, ask for it by name. You want the Ventus 650 or the 635Ls. If they don't have it, tell them to get it. That said and done, my good friends at Delta Tactical, Danny and Tony, who always look after me, and I try and look after them as best I can as well. I've asked them for a favor, which I've mentioned in my other videos also. They have been good enough to issue me with a code. So if you do jump online, and I'm sure they'll honor it in store as well. If you were to, we'll go with online for now. If you jump online, any of their ThermTec range that they sell on their website or in store, same range. If you were to use the code HUNTAUS, Hunt Oz, all one word, you will secure yourself a discount at checkout. And like I say, you're not getting any less product, but you're definitely paying less for the product. Same as you buy anywhere else, a few dollars left in your pocket to buy some other good things that you can make the most of with your money in today's economy. I'm sure everyone would rather have an extra couple of bucks in their pocket while still getting exactly what they're looking for. So again, guys, thank you so much for being willing and generous to give us that code. For any of the viewers, followers, or family or friends of any of those people doing exactly that, I really appreciate what you guys do for me out there as well with all my hunting needs. Beyond ThermTec as well, if you ever need any help, jump online. Danny and Tony and Delta Tactical support PRS and literally so many other facets of the shooting and hunting industry. Get around them, guys. They're just good people. And like I say, they're a wealth of knowledge and help you in any way they can. So, guys, thanks again. Again, from me, ThermTec, what can I say? You guys are awesome. You're really taking it to the next level. Spiker, they're you guys to speak to. They're our distributors. Yeah, guys, if you're looking, you don't need to look anymore. This is it. This is the bee's knees. Thanks again for tuning in. Part 3 of 3 is done. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking around this far. I know I've rattled on, but when you really love something like this, as much so, and I'll say this to you now, these aren't a test unit anymore. I actually paid for these, and these are now mine. This isn't your typical review where someone says, oh, this was awesome playing with these, so much fun, oh, they're amazing, and then hands them back. These are now mine. These aren't going anywhere. I've put my money where my mouth is. These will be hanging around my neck on every trip I go out. You'll see them with me everywhere I go. If that's not confidence for you, I don't know what is. Guys, from me at Hunt Oz HQ, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around. Look forward to seeing you with the next video or post coming to you very soon.